All right, happy Chinese New Year, everybody. Special thank you to PropertyAccess community for having me here today on the first day of Chinese New Year. And I'm sure everybody is as excited as me to know what is in store for this Water Rabbit 2023. So what is this year all about? Okay, so as you can see from the screen itself, this year is actually Water and Rabbit year. So as you can tell from water signifies fluid, liquidity, okay, moving around. So which means this year itself, you can actually expect international movements, as in, for example, you can do business internationally. You can deal with customer who's a foreigner, and you can expect that probably in terms of your work-wise, you may have to move around a lot, all right? And so rabbit itself in Chinese astrology, actually, it rules a yin wood. Okay, so apart from going into deeper into this Chinese astrology, when you think about rabbit, normally you will see that it is peace living. They are very demure animals, and so it can also mean that this year itself, they, even though there's confrontations or there's any issues comparatively to last year, this year definitely it will be more peaceful. And having a rabbit element itself is actually yin wood. So yin wood are usually more caring. They are very they seek out for peace. They love harmony. Maybe between the career, between colleagues, between family members. Okay, but it's just that for rabbit itself, they are slightly more timid. Okay, so there can be issues that arises, but they run away from that. Okay, so we cannot adopt the running away energy. Okay, so in order to, this is the little pointers for all of you. So this year, whenever there's any issues that arises, we have to face it. Okay, right. So water year itself, there's a lot of celebrity that falls into this category. So who are they? You can see from the screen itself, you can see David Beckham, you can see Albert Einstein, you can see Michael Jordan, you can see Johnny Depp, you can see, so many, Angelina Jolie, Ralph Lauren, they are all in the rabbit element sign. Okay, so that would be the year that you're born in. Okay, but that doesn't depict your day master, which I'm going to talk about a little more later into the session. All right, so Chinese astrology, in Chinese we call it 八字. So in direct translation means 8 words. So what are these 8 words? Basically, it is year, month, day, time. So the year itself, it tells you a little bit about the first 20 years of your life. And it also rules your ancestors. So how is your ancestor linked to you? So for example, the month itself will be approximately 20 to 40 years old. And for the day itself, it's approximately 40 to 60 years old. How is your luck? How is your outlook of your life? And then the last pillar, that is the time pillar, that takes about 60 to 80 years old, and also that depicts the children in your chart itself. Okay, so when you give people your date of birth, basically you're giving out your DNA for people to decipher you. Okay, so this year itself, I will go a little bit deeper into how do we further understand our own chart. Okay, so you will need to download a little app later, which I will go through with you, because from this Chinese astrology, you can see so many stuff. So for example, we can understand ourselves better, so whatever elements, whatever energy that we're lacking of, we try to analyze and put in effort to work on that department. Okay, and then we can look into, is this person compatible with me? Is my boss compatible with me? Is my employee, is the people around me suitable for my star sign? Okay, and then we can look into foresight, as in, for example, is the year good for you? So that's why this is the reason I'm here. Okay, and what is my years looking for the next 5 years, next 10 years? We can actually plot it out and see where is your direction that you're going just by using your date of birth. Is that amazing? And we look at the connectiveness, and we can decode like our life path. For example, this year, is it a breakup year or is it a marriage year? So in fact, from the Chinese astrology, everything is in store for you. All right. So from Chinese astrology, you can choose what is the career that is good for you, what is the spouse, who are the people that is good for you, what is the best directions. Let's say, for example, if you were to choose a property after you dissect out what is your date of birth, you'll be able to find out which direction suits you more. Okay, so that will be the segment 2 of today's talk. All right, so as you can see from the screen itself, today I'm going to talk about 3 different segments. First segment will be the 12 animal sign, the 12 zodiac sign. The second segment will be Feng Shui. So is your direction of your house good for you this year? You will find out later. So what if the direction is not ideal? There's always a remedy. All right, and so the third one, it's what I call the 5 element. So basically, is your element, your day master, is it fire, is it metal, is it water, is it earth, or is it wood? And what does the interference of this year of the water rabbit do to you? You'll find out later. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, so you can see that out of these 3 category that I'm going to talk about later, they have got a different weightage to it. So basically, for example, like the animal sign, it is about 15% of the influence of that year, and Feng Shui itself, which is the remedy, that stands about 30%, and the day master, the 5 element, is 55%. All right, so let's dive in straight into our animal sign, which is the first segment of this year. Okay, so for today, Chinese New Year, although it starts today, which is 22nd of January, but the actual lunar month, that means the year of the influences, would only start on the 4th of February at 10:33 a.m. So this is how accurate, the previous, the ancestors astrologer actually plot out the time frame, right? And so this year itself, good news for zodiac sign, which is goat, dog, and pig. So these are the top 3, in the zodiac sign. Basically, you are best friend with rabbit. So normally we say that the rabbit itself is the grand duke. It's like the emperor of the year. So if you were to clash with him, you're bound to have a bad year. But if you are friends with him, likelihood that you will enjoy all the benefits from all the noblemen, all the benefactor around you, for this 2023. All right, so this year, 2023, there's one animal sign that clashes. So that is rooster and rat. But there is a difference in terms of the impact onto each animal sign, which I'll elaborate later. So for those who is rat and rooster, don't be worried, okay? It's not going to be like a doomsday for you. So don't worry about that. All right, so as you can see from this chart, number 1 will be dog. Because dog and rabbit in the Chinese astrology sign, they are the ultimate match. So as they match, it becomes fire, okay? So, but what does fire means to you? So you need to find out. So that is the third segment of today's talk. That is, you find out what is your day master and dissect out whether is this fire good for you or not. Okay, so for rabbit itself, this year, all eyes are on you. You have got this golden lock, so which means there's a possibility of make a lot of money, because you are the emperor this year. People look up to you. People look up for you for decision making. So this year is not a year for you to be stagnant, or this is not a year for you to do whatever that you're already doing. This is the year for you to get out of your comfort zone, go out there, be seen, prove to people of your ability and make that money, make your project work. Okay, so rabbit itself is a cherry blossom star. So this is one of the beautiful categories that we call the cherry blossom, which means you're attractive, you're charming. So use your charm to go and reach out to people, to meet up with people, to expand your project. All right. So there's a lot of good stars, in the sign itself. So there's this thing which is called crying star. That means you might get a little bit more emotional this year, but it's okay. You can just probably watch some drama series to induce crying. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you'll break your heart or something like that. So but this year, when there's this sky cry, so you need to take note of relationship. Don't let anybody hurt you. Okay, so the colors that you need to use this year, would be yellow, green, and blue. Okay, so your lucky number will be 3, 4, and 6. So for the next element, the next animal sign, second one in the zodiac sign is dragon. So dragon itself this year, beautiful. You have got this sun shining on you. So this is a sunshine star, that bring vitality, brightness into your world. So whatever problems that you couldn't solve last year, this is the year where you see clarity. So this is the good year for you to propel forward. All right. So there's element of yin sha. In Chinese, we call the female energy that can bring issues, to you. Okay, so please be careful on that. And this year is not ideal for love, so be careful when you're out there in the dating scene. Okay, so there's a little bit of a pulling saddle star, so you can climb through the corporate ladder. Okay, so lucky number 1, 6, and 7. So next one will be snake. Snake itself, we have got sky horse. Lovely. That means you can put your foot on the international waters. Okay, go out there, expand your network, overseas, so increase on your social media, presence, use your social media to reach out to people, not only in your home ground, but reach out, internationally. All right. And so lucky numbers will be 2, 8, and 9. All right. There are certain stars that, due to time constraint, I couldn't go through with you one by one, but feel free to drop me a text on my Instagram, okay? Because I will be going a little bit faster now. Okay, so for the next one will be horse. Horse is one of the better stars this year. Okay, so basically why? Horse and rabbit in the Chinese astrology, they are in the same team, and horse itself is a cherry blossom star. So cherry blossom, this year you are very lucky. You got sky happiness. Sky happiness is fantastic for lovers to get married, or you have potential to meet the love of your life. So this year, go out there. If you're single, go out to mingle. Okay, so your good number will be 2, 3, and 7. Are you a horse? All right, so I hope you're a horse listening to me right now. Okay, so the other one will be goat. Goat is another fantastic animal to be in the rabbit year, because goat and rabbit, we have got a sign, which what we call the 3 harmonious match to become wood. So they are good friends. So this year itself, you can rise through the rank. You can see that from there. You have got this 3-stage star, authority, relief god, elegant seal, so many. But there's a little bit of blood knife. That is a direct translation from Chinese. So that means there can be blood inducing accidents. So you have to do something that prevent that. For example, go for blood donations, blood tests, where you literally draw out blood from yourself. Okay, so just use that to prevent anything from happening. Okay, so the lucky colors will be 2 and 7. All right, so the next one will be monkey. Monkey itself, okay, the lucky stars probably not a lot, but last year it's a tough year for monkey. Last year, tiger and monkey clash. So this year, definitely, it will be a better year than the year that you had in 2022. All right. So this year itself, you got this 月德贵人. 月德贵人 in English will be the monthly virtue star. So a lot of things, if you have got any issues, it can be solved very easily. All right. And so your lucky number will be 4 and 9. And the other one is rooster. Oh, rooster. Last year you enjoyed a fabulous year. So this year, in the eyes of Chinese zodiac, it clashed with rabbit. But as I mentioned, it's not the end of the world, okay? Because it's actually rabbit that is being clashed by rooster. It's rooster that chopped rabbit down. But usually, when the year is the emperor of rabbit, you want to be the king. You don't want anybody to come and challenge you. What does that mean? That means this year we need to lay low. We need to be exceptionally humble. When we do mistake, we say sorry to people. We try to reduce any relationship tension. Okay, so this year itself is a year where we have got to be very tactful in our speeches, in our conversations. Okay, say good things, smile, and I hope that the lady luck will shine on you. Okay, so use good numbers. So for your numbers itself, 1 and 7 is good for you. And the colors wise, this year itself, you can use green color, yellow color to help you to increase your luck. So the next one is dog. So dog, I mentioned earlier, that is the ultimate match star. So you have got beautiful star signs in you. You have got the Emperor star. You have got the Dragon Virtue star. These are all very powerful stars, which means you can meet good people, good benefactor. You can meet the CEO of a good company who probably will engage your services. You can meet benefactor who will introduce you a good jobs. Okay, so this year, go out there to mingle with people, especially in the career aspect, in your personal development as well. So in terms of relationship wise, it's pretty good as well. So this year, congratulations, you're one of the top, one of the top 10, top 12, in the whole zodiac cycle. So next one is is pig. So pig itself this year, although you're good friends with rabbit, but we still have to focus a little bit about communication. So do not let any miscommunication or any oversight that cause you issues. Okay, so in terms of signing contracts, in terms of giving advices to people, make sure that you protect your own interests as well. Okay, so CC to somebody who can be a witness, or keep messages. Do not let anything backfire on you. Okay, but this year is definitely better than last year. Yeah, last year will be a challenging year. Is a karmic debts repaying year. So this year you can breathe better. Okay, so this year itself, stay away from office politics. Okay, so I hope that this year will be a smooth sailing year for you. Do charity work or do donation of blood as well. Okay, to help you to ward off any negative energy that can potentially happen this year. Okay, so red itself this year, there is pretty good stars, if you were to use it correctly. Okay, so one of the star is what we call the red phoenix star. So what is this red phoenix star? It's basically like cherry blossom, but in a naughtier way. Okay, so if you're already married, please take note of this star because your charm will be exceptionally high. So I don't want you to have extra wives or girlfriends or husband or boyfriends, okay? But you can always use this star for your business. So which means go out there, people will like you more. They will probably buy your products as compared to another salesperson. They will engage your company services compared to another company. Okay, so use it to your benefit and not create chaos this year. All right. And so fortune star, beautiful. A lot of good stars that is in place. So there's a little bit of kertang, but that means when we talk to people, we have to be very careful, in, let's say, for example, execution of documents, legal documents, all this, we need to be careful. Okay, so take care of your health this year. So next itself is cow. So cow, you have got this very powerful star, which is called the 8th seat. So what is this 8th seat? That means you can be an overnight success on YouTube, on TikTok. Okay, so your content can reach out to a lot of people. So this year, if you feel like I always want to dream to be a celebrity, a star, this is your chance. Okay, so work on your content, be hardworking, and be seen out there. Okay, so breakthrough responsibilities. This year is a year of breakthrough. So avoid going to funerals or avoid from being over insistent on a certain viewpoint or a certain projects that you want to do. Okay, always look out for the monetary yield to see whether is it worthwhile or not. Okay, so the next one will be tiger. So tiger are good friends. Okay, pretty in the same team with rabbit, but it's just that this year itself, take note of any legal issues that may come into the picture. Okay, so take care of your health, rob wealth energy, make sure you save money, and investment wise, do it next year. All right, so very quickly we come to a wrap of the zodiac sign. So now I will touch on a little bit about the Feng Shui. Yeah, because PropertyAccess is all about real estate, purchasing, selling. Okay, so if you are not selling or you're not buying, you can actually take the floor plan of your house, look into the center point of your floor plan and look out for all the different directions of your house. Where is your bedroom? Is it in the south? Is it in the east? And cross-reference with the next few slides that I'm going to share with you. Okay, so the next slide that you see is something which is so complicated. It is something that we use all day long, So, but I'm going to put it into a layman term, which is a simplified version, so you can see all these numbers. Okay, so easy. So what you can see is facing south. This is one of the lucky direction this year. So if your office, your desk, your sleeping position, your main door direction, your gate direction is facing south this year, there's high chance that you will gain prosperity. You will make money, using this office, this house, this working desk. Okay, so there's direction which is like, for example, southeast. You will see that there's a little bit of chorus there. So you need to find out which are the southeast corner from the center of your floor plan. Okay, so from the center of your floor plan, southwest is this transformation victory corner. So this position can be your office, can be a place where you contact your suppliers, your purchaser, your buyer, or your clients. Okay, and center of the house, number 4, that is relationship. So if you want to improve relationship with your husband, with your wife, position the living hall in the center of the house. Or if the center of the house is a bedroom, so you'll spend more time, in the particular space in your house. All right. And for example, number 2, which is the east, this is accident prone, illness prone. So do not sleep there. Okay. Right. And so northeast is betrayal. So this corner of the house or the office, we try not to put any of our employees there. Okay. Because this can have potential cases of betrayal or even loss of money. So the other direction is north, long-term success, power. So if your office or your work desk is in the north side of the office or the northern side of your house, this is the good directions to be in for 2023. Okay, so northwest, not ideal. There's a little bit of misfortune or unhappiness that may potentially happen. Okay, so just now, what I mentioned of are all the plus, the positive and the negative. So how do we seek redress on the negative corners? So what if your main door faces southeast? Doesn't mean that you're going to sell the house, right? But if you are in a transition house, okay, so, and you already bought a house which faces southeast, this is the remedy just for this year. Because after this year pass, the energy would change already. Okay, so for example, if your main door is southeast, so very easy, you just put some water element. Probably, let's say for example, the southeast corner of your house, it may be a study corner. So you just put some water element to neutralize the bad impact, of that particular room. Or move your room to another room which is facing south. Okay, so if your directions, your desk, your main door is east, okay, put a little bit of metal decorations. It can be any forms of structure, sculpture. It can be just a metallic, like a toy, So it can be anything metallic. It can help you to ward off the negative energy, okay, this year. And northeast itself, use the colors of red and purple, okay. And northwest, which is earth, you use some wood element, okay, put a plant at the corner of your office or your house. So these are the very simple and low cost Feng Shui remedy that you can help you through 2023. Okay, so we come to the very last segment of today, and this segment is one of the most important because it rules 55% of your influences of your year. So basically this element, is the natal point, the reference point of your chart versus that year. So whether, let's say for example, I am a wood, this year is water, this year I bound to have a good year ahead. Okay, so how to find out, are you an earth, are you a wood, are you a fire? So what you need to do is to download this app called the Bazi Hero. Key in your date of birth, you will be able to find out what element you are. Okay, so first of all, download this app, and after that, you just need to input your birthday. Okay, so put in your birthday and just plot, compute, look out for the one that I circled down here. As you can see, you can see a young water. I put a circle, so that is your day master. So for example, the founding father of Singapore, he is Lee Kuan Yew, and his day master is a young water. So this is what I'm going to talk about, for the next few slides, and so take some time, probably have a 5 minutes break, quickly take out your phone and download this app and find out what element are you. All right, so basically this year is a water year. So water, as you can see from the chart here, water produces wood, people. So which means it will propel wood babies to grow, to move forward. So if your chart is a wood element, you're in for a good year for 2023. So this year itself, water. If you are earth is gonna be, you'll make a lot of money, this year. So this is not a year where you need to travel unnecessarily unless it's for work. Okay, so what does water do to fire? It kind of splash. So this year itself, first 6 months, you need to be very conservative in terms of your investment, in terms of doing new projects. Okay, and so water, what does water do to metal, people? So if you're in a metal day master, this year itself, there can be a little bit of obstacles because water can rust metal. But that is only for the first 6 months from February to August. So be cautious about your investment. Do not invest in the first 6 months and invest only second half of the year. Okay, so very briefly, due to time constraint, Okay, so I will just wrap it up very quickly. So if you're a wood element, your day master is wood element, you share the same element as a lot of people like Cristiano Ronaldo, Britney Spears, like even Elvis Presley, these are the wood energy element. You got Richard Branson, you got Keanu Reeves, you got you got what else? You have got a lot of writers, they are of the wood element. A lot of designers, for example, like Coco Chanel, all these are wood element. So this year itself, they will benefit a lot from the year influences. So this is basically a resources year for the water babies. So if you are in the wood segment, water would make you grow further. So this is the year where you further your studies, expand your company portfolio. So this year is fantastic for you to make yourself seen and famous. Okay, so if you key in your date of birth and your day master is fire, this year is the year for you to be a little bit laid back. Do not go into a turf that you're not familiar with. All right, so if you're fire, you have got a lot of celebrity that is sharing the same day master as you. There's plenty. You can see Paris Hilton, you can see Tom Hanks, Nelson Mandela, Hitler, and Steve Jobs is also fire. So there's a lot of actresses like Sharon Stone, singer, Mariah Carey, all these are all fire elements. So they're out there, so this year itself, you'll find yourself a little bit more tame. So hibernate a little bit. Do not do crazy investment. Focus on second half. Okay, so this year itself for fire element people, if you want to purchase house, look for east direction or south direction. Okay, so these are the two ideal properties direction for yourself. Okay, so the next one will be earth. So earth itself, as you can hear, that is like a mountain. It is down to earth, sturdy. So these people are the group of very honest people, very dependable people. So you share the same element as like Hillary Clinton and the previous Prime Minister of Singapore, which is Mr. Goh Chok Tong, Chow Yun Fat, Obama, and in fact Donald Trump is earth as well. But that guy is a fiery earth, very dry earth. So that's why he's always angry. Yeah. And so this year is water. So it nourishes the earth. So when earth is being nourished, you can grow crops. You can make money from harvesting from the crop. So this year is a fabulous year for all the earth element you. Okay, so I hope that this year, you can really focus on work and bring back the bacon into the house. Okay, and for earth, if you are of a male person, this year is a good year for you to find your loved ones, because water means wife for you. Okay, so I hope that but if you're a female, doesn't mean that you'll find a husband. No. Okay, no, that is a different energy. So this year itself is a good year for you to make money, but for the man, it's a good year for you to find love and money. Okay, right. Okay, so we have got two more elements to go through. So the other one is metal. So metal is Queen Elizabeth. So last year is also water. So what happened? We lost her. Okay, because metal rust will be rusted by water. So metal is rusted by water. So this year itself, same thing like fire, go a little bit slower in terms of investment. So this year, take care of your health. All right, take care of your health. Spend more time on self-care. In terms of crazy investment, go slow. But if you're a metal person, property, real estate investment is your hedge against all the uncertainty, all the whatever recessions, that might happen this year. Okay, so, invest your money properly into shares and real estate. So do not go into anything which is like, for example, technology arms. So do not invest in like high-tech companies or startup companies. Okay, so go real estate. So the other one, the last one, which is a water element. So if you're water element, congratulations, this year is your year. All right, so water itself, they are super intelligent, flexible, very smart. So water, you can see a lot of entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, a lot of superstars like Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, like for example Meryl Streep, so all these people, they are of that water day master. Super adaptable, very flexible, very intelligent. So this year is your year to expand your network, and build wider names, internationally. So this year itself, you can reach, like newer grounds. You can step foot on foreign lands. So this year is not a year for you to slow down. Okay, so Having said that, I thank PropertyAccess for giving me this opportunity to share this knowledge for you for over the half an hour. And please follow me on social media. That is on Venusology and under Venusology 3. And if you come to Singapore, please come to my cafe. I'm going to open a cafe in Tanglin Road. So follow my Facebook and Instagram, and I hope to see you there. All right, so thank you very much. And if you need to reach out to me for any private booking or consultation, this is the number that you can actually reach me. All right, so thank you, PropertyAccess, and I wish you a prosperous and happy water rabbit year. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.